Unfortunately, last week's Tinfoil Tuesday was removed by YouTube for violating terms of service. Looks like you can't have any sort of anti-mask rhetoric, regardless of whether the fact you're against the policy that the video maker made. This means I've had to change this week's Tinfoil Tuesday because I was going to go after Katie Hopkins, who made a video with similar ideas and principles regarding masks. So what's my go-to topic then when I need a video to analyse? Evolution. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, I want to thank the sponsors of today's video, Blinkist. In today's age of social media that has convenient and time-consuming content, it can be very difficult to find the time just to sit down and learn something new. Blinkist is an app that I highly recommend to combat this, with over 3,000 non-fiction titles, all of which can be condensed into small 15-minute sittings. You can read these books, listen to them podcast style, or even access them offline. Two books that I would recommend that would be right at the top of my reading pile would be A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking and the wonderful Sapiens from Yuval Noah Harari. The first 100 people to visit blinkist.com/SimonDan will get unlimited access for 1 week, and you'll get 25% off full membership if you so choose afterwards. That 7-day trial, by the way, is completely free and you can cancel at any time. Remember, blinkist.com/SimonDan to start learning today. Right, back to today's video where we're taking a look at a channel called Water is Psychedelic. His video is titled Evolution is a Lie. As you can imagine, I had to take a look. Let's hear him out, shall we?
Hey guys, so it's obvious, right, that we did not evolve from apes. Humans did not evolve from apes because the apes are all still here.
And straight away he comes out with the biggest straw man argument that they've got. We did not evolve from apes that are around today. Apes from today and us evolved from a common ancestor. As you can see, we are related to apes around today, but we did not evolve from them.
The apes have not caught up to us, to humans in evolution. Why is that? Because none of the apes ever evolved. Oh, the apes were they were just in a certain place and they just had to adapt.
Not sure I'd use that one as an argument myself, but go on.
And they just had to become humans. No.
You're right on that one. They didn't decide to become anything.
Actually, if evolution theory was correct, even the apes who are not in places where they're forced to become smarter would have already become a little smarter by now, and they haven't. Sorry, but there's no evidence of them developing any sort of brain or...
What? Even a nematode worm has a brain. It's only 302 neurons big, but it's still a brain.
The kind of way that we use our body and the kind of way that, for example, like I said with the brain, there's no evidence of them being able to do the sophisticated things that we can do.
That is incredibly naive. For starters, you wouldn't see an improvement like that, of that scale, across a human lifetime in any species. Not possible. But some apes can communicate with us using sign language. Can you communicate using sign language?
I mean, you literally have to believe Pokemon is real, and I've talked about this many times. You have to believe Pokemon is real to believe that this thing that looks like this can evolve into this thing that looks like this, and this thing that looks like this.
Pokemon evolution is not the same as actual real life evolution. I can't believe you really think that.
So anyways, getting back to my point, right? If you believe that, you also think the lizards and the fish, that they're all going to evolve into some other animal, and then eventually they're going to become us, and the birds too, and they're going to evolve. And no.
Yep, again, I wouldn't say that. Those creatures you all mentioned are all on different evolutionary paths. Who knows what they're evolving to in the next million years?
None of these animals have ever evolved. That's why you still see all these animals. Why do you think that there's a perfect, like, for example, why do you think that all these animals never appear to evolve? Because they've never evolved.
No, because it takes so long, we will never see it over such short timescales. We have seen cases of bacteria evolving though, and you only have to look at the current world climate at the moment to know that viruses can evolve quickly too.
People will believe anything nowadays, and science is a religion.
I can't help but think that that statement there is a teeny tiny bit ironic.
Don't just believe anything you hear because some guy who went to college and has studied science all his life, and he's done science experiments every day, and he's read every book by Darwin. Don't believe him just because he's done that.
Yeah, don't believe anyone that would devote their entire life to something. No, that would be silly. Just listen to a guy on YouTube who studied none of it. Makes complete sense.
Don't believe in people for any reason. You have to have knowledge. You have to know something. Don't go around making these haphazard, or these half-assed, educated guesses.
What? Are you for real? I don't think you quite understand how science works.
That's bullshit. That's horrible. I can't believe people are allowing themselves to do that kind of shit. And also, while I'm on this note, or maybe I should make a whole nother video about it, the evolution of humans, or whatever it's called, like with white people or whatever being this later race or something that is not an ancient race. You guys will believe anything, man. White people are ancient.
Well, actually, it is proven that humans developed in what is now Africa. The pigmentation in our skin is called melanin, and the exposure to sun is one of the main processes in the production of melanin. Therefore, those original populations had more melanin because they were situated near the equator, which received more sunlight. As humanity travelled further north and south from the equator, they were obviously exposed to less sunlight. That means that melanin production was lower. It's quite simple, really.
White people are just as ancient as black people and all these other people that they claim are more ancient and were on Earth longer.
It's not in the timescales of how you say ancient, but yes, people with less melanin did appear later.
It is literally insane, the kind of shit that people believe nowadays. I don't even know if there's a point of getting into the whole race timeline thing, because it's so simple. Like, I mean, like in ancient times, there's always been each kind of pigment,
Does he even know the point he wants to make?
The only odd, peculiar thing is like the middle like pigments, if you will, the kind of like tan pigments. Like the white and black pigments, they're so obvious, and a lot of the tan pigments, they've always existed as well, but I'm just saying, some of that interbreeding has created even more of these so-called tan races, but, and these mixed races, but that's nothing to do with your standard European and your standard African person. Those have just always existed.
Right, very well explained there.
Anyways, that thing I might need to make its own video, because I just want this video to mainly focus on how ridiculous Darwin is. So, talk to you guys soon.
Well, yes, and you didn't even do that very well, did you? Wow, the ignorance of some people is just mind-blowing. Wait, what am I saying? It's not mind-blowing. I see it all the time. Right, that brings this episode of Tinfoil Tuesday to a lovely close. I do hope you enjoyed that one. Just enough time to once again thank Blinkist for sponsoring today's video. Remember, blinkist.com/SimonDan to start learning today. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It'd be thoroughly appreciated. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day and I'll see you all tomorrow for a bit of physics. See you then.